Guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of 5 brand new products that in my opinion are totally worth the hype. If you are new here or you haven't seen any of my other videos in this series, basically it's a little bit overwhelming with how many new beauty products are coming out every single day. I am very fortunate and I actually get to test the majority of the new releases. So basically I test them and then I pick the 5 that in my opinion are absolutely worth the hype, that are absolutely worth the money, and that are absolutely worth your time. There's obviously a lot of marketing that goes on. There's a lot of shiny looking things that when they come in the mail aren't necessarily that shiny. So hopefully this saves you some money and hopefully this makes it a little bit easier to choose which of the new releases are worth it. So if you are new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell and let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so first up I have a product from one of my all-time favorite brands, Native, and I have actually teamed up with Native for today's video, so I'm really excited about that. Now you guys already know how much I love the Native natural deodorant. I've been raving on and on about it for months now. It is truly the only natural deodorant that I have ever been able to use that actually works. And I know it's not only me that's obsessed with it. A lot of you have been converted to the brand and are absolutely loving their products as well. I know that there are lots of other YouTubers and Instagrammers and stuff that are also obsessed. Well, they have just released their plastic-free packaging and everybody has been hounding them for this. They've just released their plastic-free packaging and it is honestly amazing. Now, Native have been working on this project for 2 years. Like I said, all of their customers have been hounding them, asking for a plastic-free alternative. Obviously, you know, the preservation of the environment is really important. We've got to look after where we live, guys. We absolutely have to. Now, this packaging is made from 100% paper, so you can just toss it straight in the recycling. And all of the paper comes from really responsibly managed forests. And the other thing that's cool about this is Native is actually a partner with 1% for the planet. So 1% of all of the sales on their plastic-free deodorant goes to environmental non-for-profit, you know, charities and organizations. It's so cool. So this here is what the new packaging looks like. It's really cute and it's honestly so easy to use. I've got 2 of my favorite scents in this one, the coconut and vanilla, which is by far just, oh, it smells absolutely amazing. And then also the cucumber and mint. This one's really refreshing for in like summer and stuff. It's really easy to use. All you do is take the little lid off and there's a little like platform underneath at the bottom here. And you basically push your deodorant up. Now, when you use it, it kind of molds to the plastic on the outside and then it doesn't actually slip down. You apply it and then you just pop the lid back on and you're good to go. And like I said, once this is empty, throw the entire thing in the recycling. It's 100% made from paper. Now, as I have told you guys before, their deodorants are aluminium free, they're paraben free, they're sulfate free. They're made from really nice clean ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter. They're really hydrating. I know that sounds weird, like to say like a deodorant's hydrating, but they honestly are. Like, it feels like you're putting a moisturizer on your armpits and you never smell. It's honestly incredible. I couldn't recommend them anymore. And as always, guys, I do have a special code and a link, and I'll pop them at the top of the description bar that will save you 25% on an order of 3 plastic-free deodorants. Just, oh, it's an awesome product and it's even better now that I know that the packaging is completely recyclable. All right, next up I have a skincare product and I am honestly so amazed at how, you know, incredibly well these things work. Now, there is a lot of hype about these. Like when you go onto the stores that actually sell them, you know, and read through the comments, people are absolutely singing their praises. So I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know. I'm always like a little bit sus when all of the reviews are positive. I'm like, really? Yeah, I officially am the owner of a positive review. So these are from a brand called Zit Sticker, and these are their new Hyper Fade Micro Dart Blur Patches for dark spots. Now, we've all had acne, and I mean, most of us are actually experiencing a lot more acne at the minute because we are wearing face masks, but we've all had that pimple that we couldn't help but pick, and you always hate yourself after you've done it, right? You're like, oh, I spent all day trying so hard not to pick it, and then when you do pick it, you're like, no! It happens to everyone. And then what happens is usually when you've got like a big nasty like pimple or a hormonal pimple and you've picked it, or even sometimes when you haven't picked it, after it fades and goes away, you are left with quite a dark scar. And that can last, like for me, and I mean, I've got olive skin, so I scar particularly badly and they last particularly long. it's a little dark patch on your skin, and if you've got no makeup on, like, it's really quite visible. Now, these little zit sticker things are so cool. Now, these are little patches that you literally stick over the dark spot, and they honestly fade your dark spots so well. Now, there's heaps of ingredients in these: hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, niacinamide, vitamin C, some more acids, licorice root extract. There's heaps of stuff in here. I have been using these little patches over the last week on a particularly dark acne spot that I have had underneath my lip now for months and months and months. I am truly blown away by the difference in that dark spot after only a couple of uses. Now, micro dart might sound a little bit freakish. Don't worry, it kind of just prickles a little bit. It doesn't hurt at all. And I mean, it's going to be impossible to show you this on camera anyway, but it's this little circular patch, and you know, it really is going to be, I can see it quite clearly. It's going to be impossible for you guys to see, but there are little sort of like, they look like little tiny baby needles, and that's the active ingredients. And basically you put it onto the pimple or the area of darkness, you press it in, it kind of tingles a little bit, and then it delivers those ingredients straight into the area like where the problem is. And it just, I cannot believe how much they've faded my dark spot. So I've used 3 of these so far. I did them Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, so it's Monday now. I am going to be using another one tomorrow. My dark spot is almost entirely gone. Like, these are truly sensational. I also love their acne ones of these. I do have like little acne ones too. Yeah, these are absolutely totally worthy of the hype, totally worth the money. Like, all of those positive reviews, they're legit. These are amazing. All right, next up, I do actually have another skincare product, and this one is from Glow Recipe. Now, this one is new, but it's not like super new. I've been testing this one out. It released here in Australia about a month ago now, and I have been testing this one out, and I am really enjoying it. So this is their new Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. I always mess that up when I say it. Plum. It comes in this really cute like little plum packaging. It's got a little pump applicator. It's pink at the top. It's honestly super cute packaging, and I have kept the box to show you guys as well because the box is quite cute, but also to tell you exactly what's in it. So it is a water gel serum, and it definitely is, like, it feels so lightweight on the skin, and it really hydrates and definitely plumps the skin, but without leaving you like sticky or tacky. It includes 3 different types of plum, and one of which is Kakadu plum, which is really super rich in vitamin C. So not only does it help with hydration, but it also helps with like glow and like brightening of the skin. It says it boosts skin for a youthful appearance with hyaluronic acid. It's got collagen in it, and it actually has 5 weights of hyaluronic acid in it, which is so awesome. So basically that means that the hyaluronic acid is targeting like different layers of the skin. It's got silk proteins in it. It's got that collagen, like I said. Like, it is just so loaded with incredibly good stuff. It smells amazing, and I have honestly seen a really big difference in my skin since I started using this. I've been using it for, I mean, it's probably 3.5 weeks. It's probably not quite a month, but a month. And I'm just loving the way my skin looks. You only need the tiniest amount. Like, you don't have to use heaps of product. And it really does make my skin so hydrated and plump and glowy and just like youthful looking, but without being sticky or tacky. So she's safe under makeup. She's safe for oily skin. I think that this one is totally worth the hype. All right, next up I have a brand new release from Fenty Beauty, and I am so excited about this, you guys. Every time they bring out a new shade in this, I just want to do backflips. I want to sing it from the rooftops. I love this formula so much. So this is their Diamond Bomb All Over Diamond Veil, and it is a really interesting formula of highlighter. I love them because they are just so multi-use. So you can use it on your cheeks. Now, quickly, I should just tell you, this is their brand new shade Rose Rave. They have come out with a couple of other colors in this, all of which have just been absolutely sensational. But this new Rose Rave one is beyond gorgeous, Now, it's a really interesting formula. It kind of nearly feels like a gel to powder kind of formula. And this new Rose Rave shade is so freaking beautiful. It's like there's a really beautiful rose gold pinky kind of shimmer on the skin. And the thing that I really love about this formula is it doesn't have like a base color. So when you put it on the skin, I might pop it on my skin now so that you can actually see. When you put it on the skin, it adds these tiny little glitter particles, except they're not really even glitter because they are so finely milled. Like, they're not chunky at all. They don't emphasize texture, and it adds these glitter particles to the skin, but without adding like a base color. So you can still see your skin through it, and they give you the most amazing highlight ever. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. I'm obsessed with them. But the other thing about them is you can use them in other ways as well. So I quite often do this. I'll put like an eyeshadow on and then I will dip my finger into the pan and then I'll actually like press it onto my lids. You can also do the same thing with lipstick. You can dust it all over your body. It just... every single which way you use this, it looks incredible, and I love the new shade so much. So if you are a fan of these like I am and you've been considering the new color, the new Rose Rave one is absolutely worth the hype. Beautiful formula. They last so long on the skin and they just honestly look, I mean, the camera I bet does not anywhere near do it justice. They're magical. So yeah, this is another product that I absolutely could not recommend anymore. Totally worth the hype. And then last but not least for today's video, and it's funny because this is another product that's called Native, kind of like the deodorant. This is the brand new Native palette from ShanXO's brand XO Beauty. And you guys, I am not a fan of green eyeshadow palettes. I have never been a fan of green eyeshadow palettes, but this palette is honestly one of the most majestic, beautiful, just absolutely astounding green eyeshadow palettes I've ever used. There's just something so magical about a lot of the colors in this. And a lot of the shades are also the most beautiful duochromes. Now, firstly, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. It is covered in all of these gorgeous pictures of New Zealand native wildlife, so flora and fauna. A couple of the birds on here I actually saw when we were over in New Zealand, which is so cool. And the packaging, like it feels so pretty. It's like metallic and gorgeous. And then the inside of the palette looks like this. Now, I don't think that the camera is in any way going to do this palette justice. It is so beautiful. So you've got lots of different mattes. You've got some cool tones and some warmer mattes, but the shimmers, honestly, and like the mattes do blend really beautiful. They're really creamy. They're really buttery. They're not patchy or anything, but it is the shimmers in this palette that really blew me away. Also, all of the names in this are also based on New Zealand, like native wildlife, which is so cool. But they're just like, look at this bronze. Look at this bronze. It is like literally liquid metal. So that one is Archie. I really love Maui as well. Maui's like this really pretty sort of shimmery silver color. Manuka. Oh, this one's an amazing duochrome. It's like a white with kind of like gold through it. Hopefully you guys can actually see how like ridiculously beautiful these are. And like when I say like buttery, like look at that. One swipe, absolutely magic. Formula is just honestly insane. This one here, I think it's pronounced Kauai. Can we just like, they're so buttery, they're so beautiful and rich. You can do so many different color combinations in this that I honestly would never have even thought of. Like when I sort of opened it, I was like, you know, that's a really different looking palette. And I sort of wasn't quite sure how I was going to make it work, but it honestly just works so well. It's so perfect. Oh, this one here too, I think it's pronounced Kakapo. It's seriously like a rainbow of like gold, green, blue. She has just done a phenomenal job on this palette, you guys. Everything from Shannon's brand is incredible. Everything is so meticulously well thought out and developed, and the formulas are all incredible. And honestly, Shannon and Hamish are just some of the kindest people that I know. So truly, Shannon's new Native palette is 100% worth the hype. If you've been on the fence about this one, I could not recommend it anymore. It is absolutely beautiful. Totally worth the hype and totally worth the money. But there you go, guys. 5 newly released products that in my opinion are totally worth the hype and totally worth the money. I'd love to know if you have tested out any of these products, what you think of them. Have you been loving them as much as I have, or any other new releases that you have come across that you think that I absolutely need to try? Please leave all of that down below, or just let me know what you have for breakfast. Just come say hi. I'm a chatty Cathy, and I love to chat. But I hope that today's video was helpful, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Have an amazing day, and I will catch you all in my next one. Bye.